We're living in the golden age of unethical influencers, and it's getting harder and harder to tell who you can actually trust with your health, your fitness, your finances, and honestly, your future. Today, we're digging into a real world case. Janelle Rohner, a TikTok wellness influencer who sold macro counting programs while secretly using prescription weight loss medications for the last 11 months. But here's the thing, this video isn't just about her and what she did. It's about a much bigger, much scarier trend where thousands of influencers online are positioning themselves as experts without real credentials, real transparency, or real accountability. And if you're serious about protecting your health, your wallet, and your well being, you need to know exactly what to look for. Let's start with Janelle Rohner. She built a massive following on TikTok with macro friendly recipes, wellness content, and weight loss tips. She sold macro coaching programs and positioned herself as someone who figured it all out naturally, someone her followers could trust to guide them on their health journey. But what many people didn't realize is that she's been using a GLP-1 medication like Ozempic or Mounjaro for the last 11 months to support her weight loss journey. And I want to be really clear about something right now. This video is not about shaming anyone for using these medications. Ozempic, Mounjaro, and other GLP-1s are incredible tools. They've helped thousands of people improve their metabolic health, regain control, and improve their quality of life. And I fully support people making informed decisions with their doctors, and that will never change. The issue here is that she's been using the medication and didn't disclose it while selling transformation programs based on her alleged routine. If someone is profiting from a coaching business based on their results, but doesn't tell you that medication was a key part of those results, that's deceptive. People deserve the full story, especially when they're paying for guidance.
Okay, so I have seen this question all over my page, on all of my videos over the last couple of months, and let's talk about it. I recorded a whole YouTube because it is just way too long to talk about here. If you're interested, you could watch it over on my YouTube.
Janelle also claims to be a certified macro coach. And just to be fair, I'm not saying that she didn't put in the work. I'm not discrediting her workouts, her consistency, or the lifestyle changes that she's made over the years. But when someone starts coaching others and selling programs and positioning themselves as an authority in the health and wellness space, it's really important to ask, are they actually qualified? I searched. I really looked, and I couldn't find any credible public information about where Janelle got her macro certification or whether it came from an accredited organization. And in this space, that matters. Real certifications come from recognized bodies like ACE, NASM, ISSA, or academic institutions. Ethical coaches will openly share their credentials because transparency builds trust. If someone isn't upfront about their qualifications, that's a red flag. And here's something most people don't realize. Depending on your state, it may be illegal to sell personalized meal plans unless you're a licensed registered dietitian or a healthcare provider. Nutrition and health advice, especially when tied to weight loss or chronic conditions, is regulated in many places. And for good reason. When someone gives inappropriate or unqualified nutrition guidance, it can cause real harm to real people. So if someone is building a business, selling plans, coaching clients, and using their influencer status to monetize a method that they're not licensed to teach, that's a major problem. And it also could be a legal problem as well. Janelle also often references the fact that she's a nurse. Now, I have nothing but respect for nurses. I talk about it often here on my channel. They are essential to our healthcare system, and their work is invaluable. So if you're a nurse, if you're somebody that works in the medical field, thank you. I appreciate you so much. I think it's also important to mention that being a nurse does not automatically make someone qualified to offer nutrition advice, create meal plans, or to coach people on their fitness journey. This is a common tactic known as the appeal to authority fallacy. Simply using a title to convince people you're credible in an area outside your licensed scope. Titles don't replace transparency. Titles do not replace credentials.
I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that influencer. I haven't done a shred class since last year because I just didn't feel right about doing it. I'm just a person, a mom, a wife, a nurse.
And unfortunately, this isn't just about Janelle. TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube are full of people selling wellness programs, offering coaching services, and selling overinflated supplement bundles, all without full disclosure or appropriate credentials. They look the part. They sound the part. They post content many people can relate to, but they don't tell you about the medication. They don't tell you about the filters that are being used, even on their videos. They don't tell you that they're just winging it and using whatever marketing term is trending at that time. They don't tell you about the cosmetic procedures that they have had. And we don't really ask questions. We end up comparing ourselves to their highlight reels and end up paying people who are selling a fantasy, and it's a real problem.
So here goes. Yes, over the last year, I have decided to make some new choices in my health. I started working with a doctor, and we did decide to add a GLP-1 to my plan.
This influencer behavior overlaps heavily with what we see in multi-level marketing companies. Supplement reps, gut health coaches, fat-burning drink pushers, people talking about cortisol face, most of them aren't even licensed in anything. But they'll use emotion, they'll use faith and vague health language to convince you their product is the reason they lost the weight, fix their digestion, balance their hormones, and so on and so forth. The tactics are identical. Share a personal story, withhold key facts, position yourself as a coach, monetize people's confusion, and it's everywhere. As a certified personal trainer through ACE, I stay within my scope of practice, and it's really important to me. And I encourage you to ask questions as a consumer. Ask about people's credentials, look for licensing. Be cautious of people selling transformation programs without full transparency. This is not about shaming people for their choices. If you're using a medication to support your health, absolutely valid. Not that you need my permission or approval. I do think that that is brave, and I think that that deserves respect. This is about holding people accountable when they use those tools and they hide it while profiting off of the assumption that their success came from something else, like a program they created. You deserve to work with professionals who are ethical, educated, and honest. Your body, your mind, your future, they deserve better than hype and half-truths. And as always, I want to encourage you guys to stay skeptical, stay informed, don't get scammed, and don't ever settle for anyone who isn't telling you the whole story. If you want more videos breaking down unethical influencer behaviors, supplement scams, and MLM manipulation, I want to invite you to subscribe and join this community of people that are always watching and ready to call out scams as they see them. We're here to protect each other and to call out what needs to be called out, and I will continue to do that on my channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching all the way through, and I'll see you in the next video.